Ladies and gentlemen, I know you want to gamble. I know that no one is going to stop you from doing it, but at least you can do it in the most intelligent way, whether you're having fun or you're doing it to make the money. Every smart gambler knows that to be in the 1%, you're gonna have to do one very important thing. It's to do with your emotions and your psychology, which I'm gonna explain to you right now. And I suggest you listen because this point will give you the edge, it will give you the advantage, right? It will lower your risk and create a sustainable long-term plan for you. So as long as you want to gamble, as long as you want to do it in the most intelligent way, well, that's how you are gonna stay in the game for as long as possible and perhaps even make thousands of dollars. So actually, let's use AI to look at this strategy. So it's called the humility and self-awareness in casino gambling. So what is humility and self-awareness? Well, it's the ability to assess your own skill level, acknowledge mistakes, understand your emotional state, and recognize the pervasive role of luck in gambling without letting go or denial cloud over your judgment, right? So a lot of people could probably even use this in many different aspects in their lives. So it's not just to do with gambling, but if you can master this in gambling, gosh, you are set to absolutely, explode in bullishness here. So why is it important? Well, it prevents overconfidence, stops you from betting too much or playing beyond your means after a win. That's how you stay very long in the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fact, okay? Because some people, they burn out very quickly because they're just playing with too much. They're going over the limit of what they're supposed to. Facilitates learning, right? So it allows you to identify and correct strategic errors rather than blaming bad luck. So guys, stop playing the victim, stop blaming on others, and actually start understanding, okay, where you go wrong and learn from these mistakes. And that is what is, very nice about this strategy, is that you actually facilitate the learning, and learning is everything. So it manages expectations, keeps you grounded about the rare nature of big wins and the reality of the house edge. Okay, so again, you got to be realistic about things and avoid chasing losses, prevents the emotional spiral that leads to desperate, irrational betting when losing. So if you can master all these things, guys, you are going to be in the 1% of gamblers. I'm telling you right now. And I know a lot of you are going to gamble either way, but at least do it in an intelligent way. So let's use Fred, which I always use Fred as that guy. Think about it. So Fred is playing blackjack. He just hit a lucky streak, winning several hands in a row, making him invincible. Okay, feel invincible. So that's the feeling that some of you probably have experienced in the past. But either way, right? So let's look at two case scenarios. So without this effect, without the effect of humility and self-awareness, Fred thinks, I'm on fire, I can't lose, I'll double bets and win even more. He increases his stakes dramatically, ignores basic strategy on a tricky hand, and quickly loses back all his winnings and more. Frustrated and blaming external factors. So this is like the typical thing that every casino wishes that you do, that you stay and play for as long as possible, because they know the house is going to win either way. Now, if you learn how to understand that, you've won and you should be happy with it and don't get too greedy, gosh, you're going to do very well if you can walk away with winnings. I know it sounds very kind of stupid, like what, oh my God, like how can you not walk away with a winning? But believe me, a lot of people, they win and they're like, okay, I got to double it. Then they double it, they're like, I got to triple it. And eventually they just fall down and casino takes everything. But think about Fred with humility and self-awareness. So Fred acknowledges his luck. Okay, I'm running hot, but I know this is variance. I didn't do anything special. He sticks to his preset win limit, knows when to quit, or at least maintains his standard bet size and strategy. If he makes a strategic error, he thinks, I misplayed that 12. I need to review basic strategy later. Doesn't let the temporary success blind him to the long-term realities of the game. There you have it. This, guys, is probably the first thing that you need to master if you're going to gamble. If you're going to go to the casino, play the different games, whether they're high risk, low risk, luck, non-luck, whatever it is, guys, you really have to master this skill. So how to practice this strategy? Because I know a lot of you are like, okay, great, but but how do I improve in this? Well, simple, okay? We've got 6 points here. Listen to this, guys. You will really, gain a lot from actually mastering this. So keep a gambling journal, record your wins, losses, but also note your emotional state and any mistakes made during sessions. Number 2, review your play objectively after a session. Honestly, assess decisions, especially those made during winning or losing streaks. Ask, what was the correct play, or was I just feeling lucky, frustrated? And then you've got number 3, accept variance. Constantly remind yourself that both winning and losing streaks are part of the game's randomness, not a reflection of your inherent skill. And then you've got number 4, you define success by process, not outcome. Focus on playing perfectly according to strategy and bankroll rules rather than just on the money, won or lost in a single session. Right? So then you've got the seek feedback in games like poker, discuss hands with more experienced objective players, and avoid bragging, complaining excessively. This helps keep your ego in check and your focus on the facts of the game, not external validation or blame. Guys, really, biggest lesson here is stop being a victim, stop blaming on others. You have to understand that you need to create your plan. You are in charge of your own emotions, of your own actions. Take responsibility, accountability, whatever it takes, and stop playing the whole victim mentality. I've seen it millions and millions of times. I know that the casinos love it. I know that, many people love to see you suffer, but if you don't want to suffer, if you want to be here for the long term, well, you're going to have to master these things, right? So the gambling journal, gosh, if you don't have a gambling journal, what are you doing? You're just a headless chicken running around with no plan. Play objectively. Have a plan. Have a freaking objective. What are you planning to do? What is going to be fair? And also look at the losses, like potentially when are you going to walk out? Write it down. Accept variance. Very important. Define success by process, not outcome. Learn from the process. It's not all about like going in and trying to become a millionaire every single day. It's not going to happen. But if you understand the process, gosh, that process is going to lead you to gains. And you got to seek feedback. Be humble. Talk. Discuss. That is how you're going to make the most out of it. So stop worrying about, things that don't matter. These things like, man, my emotions, I feel bad about it. Who cares? No one cares. At the end of the day, it's all about the result. But either way, guys, look, I'm going to make it very clear to you. If you want to be in the 1%, you're going to have to learn this, humility and self-awareness. It really is. It is going to give you the edge. That's how you do it. And also, very, very important. Nowadays, we have a lot of opportunities, right? In terms of online casinos, online games, different opportunities. And these opportunities come in the form of bonuses, free money. So if I was you, whilst this is all becoming very new, it's coming on the scene, people are getting excited about this, they're trying to gain as much attention as possible, these online casinos, they are giving out a lot of money. Okay, free money, literally bonuses for you just to start playing. So if you play, you might as well play with money, right? Free money that you can actually turn into a fortune later on. I mean, I know it sounds really crazy, but I would rather play with that than go in straight away with my own money. Of course, I will contribute my own money because the bonuses aren't like crazy big. But still, if someone gives you $100 just to spin or play some poker or whatever, take advantage of it. The bonuses are really they can be life-changing. I know a guy who took advantage of a bonus and then walked away with like 10K. I know it sounds really crazy, but it happens, and it's free money up for grabs. And sometimes, this could be a learning curve. Like you take it, you learn something, then you come back, you gamble more, you make more money. So learn these skills that I'm talking about over here. Understand that the casino cannot manipulate one thing. They cannot change one thing about you, and that is your brain, okay? What's in your head, your emotions, your stability, your consistency. I know there are a lot of people out there trying to find errors in casinos so they can take advantage of little things, mistakes that the casinos make. But trust me, all of these mistakes get corrected. And at the end of the day, casinos are very good at spotting any errors and so on. So they are almost perfect. But what they can't do is control your emotions. If you're a very good, stable player with a good plan, objective, if you can stay in the game for long, gosh, you are dangerous. You are so much better than any other person out there. So Yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to leave the link down below of my Telegram with all the bonuses, everything that I'm telling you about. We are going to be feeding you with like literally all this money so you can actually go and enjoy and go and play reasonably, responsibly, and stay in the long term. Because I know if a lot of you, that a lot of you are stubborn and a lot of you are going to go in and play either way. So you might as well do it in the most intelligent way. Not do any stupid gambling. At least be a smart gambler. Simple as that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. Don't let your emotions take over you. One bad day can ruin your whole life. So yeah, the link is going to be down below. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.